Well, hey there, welcome back. Today I've got a gorgeous blank of Willow Acacia. I've never worked with this before. It's about it is exactly 9 inch by 3 inch. And frankly, I bought it because it's just beautiful and I'm really looking forward to turning it and seeing what I can get out of it. Something tells me it's going to be gorgeous. It's got this one void in the bottom here. No big deal. That's going to be the bottom. And so I'll be bringing up those sides. So we'll make this the top. And let's get it on the lathe and get going. So I could have done this with a wormwood screw. This isn't a massive chunk of wood, but I just thought I would put the faceplate on because I never have to worry about tailstock support. If I ever wanted to pull it away, I feel pretty confident without the tailstock, although I will have it up. This is obviously a production blank I picked up. And I don't do a whole bunch of these, but it's just, you know, like I said, it was really, really pretty. And I really wanted to turn it, and it's a new species that I have no experience with, so still gets to be a first for me. Flattening off the bottom was not a big deal at all, and I decided to use a mortise rather than a tenon this time because I want to preserve as much size, you know, top, bottom, left and right as I can on this blank. So we're going to start getting a shape going here, and yeah, holy smokes, this is going to be neat. Just going through, I've got a basic shape. I did put a little bit of a lip on the top rim to give this a little bit of character. And just doing some finishing cuts to smooth everything out. This wood turns very, very nicely. It's a hardwood, but not overly so. I'm going to burnish the outside, you know, with the fine steel wool, medium Scotch pad, fine Scotch pad, and I'll clean that up before I put any kind of friction polish or anything like that on there. This is just a little bit of alcohol, just to get all the little dust and particles off, and also gives us a nice first look at the piece of wood. Yeah, wow. So we're going to get this turned around on the chuck, get that faceplate off, and start working on hollowing the inside. Because this is a production blank, there wasn't a whole lot I had to do as far as the you know, flattening the top and that sort of thing. Unlike some of the other blanks that I've done in my previous videos where it's some crazy chunk of wood I got from the mantle shop, and so this is a little different turning experience for me. Seemed a little on the easy side. Try to get the wall thickness where I want it before we take the bulk of that material out in the middle. Once that bulk in the middle is taken out, those outside walls will flex and can't really go back to them while they're flexing and get a clean cut. I learned this from, so, you know, props to Kent at turnawoodbowl.com. I've learned quite a lot from him just watching his videos. And it makes a lot of sense when you think about it. I think I've got my wall thickness where I want it, and I'm going to start removing that middle bulk now and see if we can set our depth and get to the point where we can finish this off. I love this negative rake scraper. It really is a game changer when I got it. And I'll tend to use a round carbide just to do some finishing passes and to get a little bit extra bulk off when I'm doing the bottom of a bowl or a vessel. So my mother asked for a pretty bowl to be sent to her in Arizona, and I know that that means something with some great contrasting colors and everything, and that's why I got this blank, because I knew that she would say ooh ah, but she might have to fight my wife for it. You'll see the after pictures. It's a little bit of Axe abrasive paste. Get this on here. It gives us about 1,000 grit finish, and I'll go after this after I buff it and get most of the, or as much of the product off that I can with the clean portions of the paper towel, and we'll do some alcohol on here just to clean up the last bit of residue. But even just the axe makes it look beautiful on its own. Yeah, gorgeous. So this is some alcohol just to get rid of the last of the residue before we use anything else on it. I want to get all of that off. And now I'll go through with Danish oil. And you can let this sit and take off any that's left sitting and do another one, do another coat. I love just simple Danish oil on a lot of these pieces. So next order of business is to get the bottom finished off. I tend to not like to leave it as a plain mortise. Really prefer a softer look rather than the standard turn the bowl over and there's a sharp edge mortise. So that's what I'm doing here. It'll still sit on those outside edges of the foot, and I'll finish this bottom off exactly the same as I've done with the rest of the piece. burnish the bottom here with the steel wool and the Scotch pads. And like I said, finish it off the same. A little bit more of the Axe abrasive paste. And I'll take that nub off at the drill press. I'll just drill it out the same size as my branding emblem. And I'll finish it that way. Finishing picks are coming up in just a second. If you've made it to the end, thank you so much. Best way to support me for free is to hit that notification bell so you know when new videos are coming out. I really appreciate all the support, and I will see you next time. Thank you.